All right, we're going to do a tour of Vanity Studio today, and I'm going to show you how to create your own map-based world of collectibles, Pokemon Go style. So I've already logged in here. I went to dashboard.vanity.co and logged in using my Gmail account or my email. You can do either when you get started. Once you're into the main studio screen, the first thing we'll want to do is deploy our own map. I have a bunch already deployed. I'm going to go ahead and create a new verse. That's our terminology for a universe. And so today I'm going to do a little cat-themed Chicago universe. I'm going to completely rely on ChatGPT for all my assets. I've already sort of had a conversation with our favorite AI to create some cool-looking cats and a nice banner and logo for a world called Chi-Tail City. So first thing we'll want to do is go ahead and name our universe. Mine is called Chi-Tail City, so we'll go ahead and give that title. Now let's apply a logo. ChatGPT created this nice circular logo for me, so we'll do that. Let's do that one more time. All right, and then we've got a banner ready to go. I'm gonna put that in as well. Cool. In terms of other stuff you might want to fill out, details is probably gonna be the main one. I've got a nice description for my universe. I'm gonna drop that in there. Right, and we're gonna have no start and end date on this one, but that's something you could totally do. And that would limit any of the collectibles to that time window to be collected. That's basically the active time for your universe. And that's gonna be pretty much it. So next thing that's gonna do is we're gonna do the blockchain-y stuff. So every one of these universes becomes its own polygon-based NFT collection. So everything your fans collect, they are minted as actual NFTs. On the blockchain, on the Polygon blockchain. So when we say create here, we're going to deploy a collection contract for our cat universe. So we're going to go ahead and let it run, just do its thing. No crypto necessary. We take care of all that. To you, it just looks like a normal, you're deploying just another collection of goods, whether they're blockchain or not. All right, we're going to wait this thing to do its transaction. All right, so now that we have our universe deployed, we can start going in, creating some cats to put around the city. So here's our map view. This is our world map, but we're going to focus on Chicago. So I've got a few cats here. If we go to our ChatGPT prompt, we've got three little guys. We've got a mix. We've got Wendy. She's a sleek silver-furred cat resembling Chicago skyscrapers. We've got Louisa, a plump orange cat that's big in a deep dish, and we got Jazz, who's a slender black cat who's into jazz music and embodies jazz heritage of Chicago. So let's get started with one of these. Why don't we start with Wendy? ChatGPT suggested I place Wendy at the Willis Tower Sky Deck. So let's go in here and sniff out the Willis Tower on our map. All right, cool. All right, so here we are. So we're gonna go ahead and drop a collectible right here. We can refine the location later. We're gonna create Wendy. So let's go in and give her a name. I've already got my assets here. I've gone ahead and I used Dolly to create the image of Wendy, and then I used the background removal tool. You can literally just Google remove BG. Adobe's got a great free one that I've used. And let's bring the Wendy into this world. All right. So now we've got Wendy, and we're going to go ahead and let's bring this one in here, the one without the background. And we're going to go ahead and give her a quick description. So here's our description of Wendy. We're going to pop it in there. We can add things like tags and URLs. We're going to skip that for the sake of brevity, and maybe we want to give her an attribute, say something like fur color, say silver. And then we're going to go in and check the location here. It looks like she's right in that area. Let's just make sure it's at Willis Tower. All right. Wendy's at Willis Tower. And now the key part is we're going to geo-fence her to this area. So only when people go in that GPS area will they be able to find and collect her. So let's go ahead and make it around that block. So we'll be a little generous. Sometimes GPS locations can be a little flaky. especially in the city. So we're going to go ahead and save that location. And so we're pretty good here. So we're going to go ahead and publish her. And what that's going to do is set this item up to be minted. As soon as the first person collects it, we're going to have an NFT, and from then on, people are just going to mint more and more copies of her. We can actually go ahead and limit the supply. So let's say we only want 50 of Wendy rolling around. So we're going to go here and uncheck unlimited items, and we're going to say, let's say 50 of them. Cool. All right, now she's already been published, and we have multiple options to share. We can go here and share a link with people to see where she's at, or we can share via QR code. But what we really want to be doing here, since we're going to have a whole map-based world, is we want to share the entire map with people. So we're going to go up here to the sharing button, and we're going to have a very similar menu, and we're going to either choose a link or a QR code that we can give people or show them. I'm going to show you what it looks like using the link. We're going to open up the new universe right here, and we're going to let it load. All right, so here's our new universe. You see we have our cover and our logo. We have the entire description of our universe, and we have one item so far. We have Wendy. So let's go on our map here and see what that looks like. Well, there's Wendy hanging out in Willis Tower. So there she is. You can see this is her area. So when we go in here to collect her with our phones, we're going to have to be in this area. And if I go over here and get more details, we can see a nicer image of Wendy in her spot. We can click on her to see a full image, and we can get more details on her, and we can see that we're not in range to claim. I'm not located here right now. But if we were, we would see a big green collect button here, and that's where we could pick Wendy up. So that's our first item. So really all we need to do now is fill out the rest of our world here. I've got 3 cats. Why don't we go ahead and do one more quick one just to get in that groove. Let's go ahead and put Louis out here. So Louis, I'm gonna go ahead and bring him in here. He's the cute little chonker who loves pizza. I'm gonna go ahead and put 50 of him in here. We're gonna go back to our ChatGPT prompt and get his little description. I'll pop that in there. All right, and then the final step is to make sure Louis is in the right location. So we're gonna drop him at Pizzeria Uno in Chicago. Drop him in the Ohio location. All right, cool. And then we're gonna make sure we geo-fence him. We'll give him the whole block, like Wendy. And let's go ahead and publish him. So we're gonna do the same thing, hit publish. And then we've got a sharing link, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to our map here. And we can see that he's already in there. I'm gonna refresh it one more time, make sure, yeah, there he is. And now we've got 2 cats in our Chicago world. Shy Tales is coming together. So from here on out, I just keep minting out. If you want to get fancy, there's an import process to do multiples at once, but for the sake of getting started, I recommend you start with some new items and just drop them in manually, and you can move on to more advanced concepts later. That's it. Hope you enjoyed it. Get to minting and dropping collectibles in the real world.